Morning Cake and Bakers. Well, today we're going to do something very different to what we've been doing previously. We're going to do something sweet, and I made these with kiriaki last week and they were so good I thought I'd share them with you today. So we're going to make some chocolate chip muffins. Right, and I need my glasses on for this. It's just a recipe that I've printed off the internet that I've got here. I did write everything down there for you. If you can't read that, give me a message and I'll put the recipe up on Facebook for you. Okay, so I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Okay, so the first thing we need is 250 grams or 9 ounces of plain flour. So I'm going to work in grams today because my scales are set to grams. So 250 grams of plain flour, which is quite a lot. Hopefully I've got enough in this bag. I have got another bag in there. Just take a little bit out. That says 253. Thing with cakes is they do have to be accurate. I have found that it's no good guessing a cake. If it says a certain amount of stuff, it is for a reason. So don't just chuck everything in. Try and weigh it if you can. You're guaranteed success then. So we'll sieve that into the bowl. You have to excuse my implements. This is sort of just like a general sieve that I use for all sorts of things, straining vegetables out of soup and all. So it's not actually what I call a proper cake sieve. Don't usually make that many cakes, so I'm going to have to give it a good bash here to get it to go through. You want one of those nice ones with a wire circle at the top. I think Kiriaki had one of those. She did her flour about 5 seconds. So I'm going to be making these next week with Angus and Brittany, I think. Now, because I've tried to make muffins before, and I have to say they've never been the best. I've just realised I've forgotten to get the buttermilk out of the fridge. So once you've found a good recipe, try and stick to it. So these, as I say, we're going to put dark chocolate chips inside, and then I'm going to put white chocolate chips on the top. Okay, so that's the flour, and into that we add 45 grams of cocoa powder. This is really lumpy. It's been in the cupboard a long time. This is one good thing about this lockdown. I am trying to use everything I've got in the cupboard, so I'm finding things I've forgotten I've even got. I don't know if any of you know, but on a Monday when I'm normally at work, I get Mondays off, and I usually volunteer at the community kitchen in Sudbury, and cooking for people who can't afford to feed themselves, so they come in for a meal, and I've been tending to use all my stuff up in there, so I haven't got loads of stuff in the pantry, I'm afraid. Right, 125 grams of golden caster sugar, which we're doing that classic thing. We haven't actually got golden caster sugar, so we're going to use some golden granulated, so 125 grams of that. There we go, so that's 125 grams of that. And 65 grams of the other sugar. I just realised I've done that the wrong way around, but I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference in this recipe, but still the right amount. It's just I've done it the other way around. So even with glasses on, I can't read it properly. No hope for me. And since I've been off work and using the computer so much more, I found that I can't actually survive without my glasses on now. And into that we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's one. I know I've been working with a lot of you. I've noticed you've got fancy measures for most things. That isn't something that I have here, but you've got teaspoons, tablespoons, half spoons. Someone's obviously been buying you nice things for Christmas. Right, so we're going to mix that all up. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in there. I know it seems a bit strange in a cake, but often you do put salt in cakes. And because I haven't got any fine salt, I'm just going to try and grind that up a bit. I only use rock salt here, so just try and grind it up. Just put that in. Right, so now I'm going to turn my page over. So now we've got to make a well in the centre, because we've got to put our eggs, buttermilk and hot water. Okay, so I'm just going to make a well, and then I'm going to nip to the fridge. Won't be long. It's only just over here. It's a big red fridge. Okay, so I've got my buttermilk. So we need to put in 2 eggs into a jug. One, and I know I'm showing off cracking with one hand, but if you crack the amount of eggs that I've cracked in my lifetime, you'd be able to do it. It's just easy practice. Right, so we've got eggs, they're whisked. Now in there we're going to add the buttermilk, which is 150 millilitres. So I've got these lovely little jugs. Got these from a well-known German supermarket. They do packs of 3, and they're lovely jugs. I think that was £1.99 for 3. They were an absolute bargain. So if you see buttermilk, see why it's coming out. It's almost a bit curdly, because it says in the recipe if you haven't got buttermilk, use ordinary milk and put lemon in it, which will curdle it. So that's what that is. So buttermilk. And the other thing we need to put in here is 175 millilitres of hot water. So can I see it on this jug? Yes. So I've got the kettle's been on. Get your eye down, that's right. So 175 millilitres of that. So put that all into the one jug. It's quite good because it rinsed out that buttermilk jug as well. All in there, and we need to also put in some vanilla extract. Well, I haven't got vanilla extract, I've got vanilla bean paste. Oh, can't open it. Oh, it hasn't been open so long, it's really stiff. Right, I'll see if I've got another one in the cupboard. Hang on a second. Should have tried that before I started this. So I've got another one here. So it's vanilla bean paste. So we need about half a teaspoon of that, because this is stronger than vanilla essence. Right, so we're going to put that in there. Give that one a whisk. And then when we've made our well, we're going to tip that in. Okay, and then we need to weigh out some butter, and we've got to melt it. So it's 110 ounces of butter. 110 grams, sorry. That's 80, 96. There, right, so put that in there, and we're going to melt that over here. If you don't want to put it in a saucepan, just put it in the microwave. That's what Kuriaki did. Just that I don't have a microwave, so I have to do it like that. Right, so I'm going to start stirring this all up. Hope you're admiring my lovely little milk saucepan. I don't know whether Vanessa's watching this, but she bought it for me for my birthday a while ago. I love it. It's my favourite colour. Sort of matches my cooker, doesn't it? Okay, so it's quite gloopy now, can you see? And we're going to put some melted butter in there. It's thickening up as I'm stirring in all the flour. I'm just going to move some of these things to give us a bit of space. I'm going to use the rest of that buttermilk. I might make some scones with that. So we need to get all the flour mixed in. Those of you that train with me at the Level Best will know that I'm a stickler for getting all the flour mixed in right to the bottom. So there we go, there's all the flour mixed in. All we have to do now is stir in our melted butter. What's happening here? Just going to make sure it's all melted. At the moment I've got a big lump in the middle. So today for training I'm seeing Jamie at 10 o'clock and we're going to make omelettes because he wants to make one for his brunch, because Jamie, as most of you at the cafe know, he's a diabetic, so he has to be very careful what he eats, but apparently he can have as many eggs as he likes, so I'm going to actually do something today that Jamie can eat, so that'll be interesting. Okay, so there's our melted butter, and we're going to tip that in. And give that a really good stir. Now it's really slackened that off now, it's quite a wet mixture. Kiriaki managed to get hers into her cases with one of her mum's best coffee cups, because it's quite important when you get it into the cases not to get it all over the outside of the cases if you can, because that will burn. And then we've got to put some of the chocolate chips in. So we'll put dark ones in it, and I think we'll sprinkle white ones on the top. Half a packet of those. Right, so I don't know if you can see if I tip it. It's quite a, looks almost like a chocolate mousse. I've got some cases here. Now I bought these cases because I actually saw them in the shop. They're more expensive than normal bun cases, but you can get, if you just get big cupcake cases, they'll be fine. Don't worry about what cases you're going to use. Right, so I'm going to get a soup ladle. So I can't think really how else I can get it in there without spilling it everywhere. And I'm just going to dip the ladle back in, let all the drops come off, and then about half full. I'm really sorry this isn't a very interesting process for you to watch. I'm quite pleased I didn't make a single drop anywhere there. The first one was a bit messy. Right. It's like a bit of a, you just got to go for it. Okay, so that's half full. So as I was saying, I've got Jamie, got Simon, Daniel I think today, and Dean. Or is Daniel tomorrow? I've got a full day today anyway. Now it must be Daniel today. So yeah, I'm going to have a busy day today teaching. So I thought I'd get these sorted out early. When I say early, look, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing this. I only just had my breakfast. Let's turn that round so we don't stretch over. Oh, see that? Went on the table. So it's a lovely day today in Suffolk. Lovely blue sky. I think it's still a bit chilly outside. Oh, that was a bad one. if one of the trainees did that, I'd tell them off for that. That was not good. Or that one. Until I'm rushing it now because we're getting near the end. Right, I'm going to have to find a spatula, which we've got a whole drawer full of them at the cafe, haven't we? I've just got the one that came with my food processor, so I haven't got loads of gadgets. Right, so let's scrape all that off. There we are. Right. Don't know if I'll make 12. Kiriaki made 12 exactly, so don't know what I've done wrong. Oh, I might just about get 12. So Simon, if you're watching, I hope you're getting all your mushroom soup ingredients out ready for me for later. Right, there we go, that's the last one. Right. Pretty clean bowl, not perfect. Rebecca Clinch would do a lot better than that. And now on the top, I'm just going to put a few white chocolate chips. I saw in the supermarket last night they do cacao drops and all sorts of things. So if you're a bit of a purist and you don't like processed sugar, you could always use those instead. They were a lot more expensive. But then I think most things that are supposed to be good for you are more expensive. Right, so there we are. There's a few chocolate chips on the top. Now I'm going to put them in my hot oven. But I've got this special shelf that I put above. So Aga cooking is very different to normal cooking. So what I do is I'll take out one of these grid shelves. So that's out. I put this on the second set of runners down. So what that actually does is it blocks the heat out. So it makes it into a cooler oven. And they're the muffins. I'm going to put those in. And I will keep my eye on them because once the grid sheet heats up, you can't do that quickly, it becomes really hot again. So I will have to keep my eye on them. Now, according to this, they need to be in the oven 18 to 20 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll take a picture of them when they come out and put them in the comments box under the video so you can see what they look like. Hopefully they'll be all right and I'll be able to have them with my cup of coffee later. Okay then, Dake and Bakers, take care, have a good day, and remember, keep safe. Bye.